Upgrade your business tools with an American Express Business Platinum Card. Unlock over $1,000 per year in statement credits on select purchases in categories including tech, wireless, and recruiting. And so big expenses can deliver big benefits, you'll also earn 1.5 times membership rewards points on single eligible purchases of $5,000 or more. Terms and points cap apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-platinum. Amex Business Platinum. Built for business by American Express.
'Twas the nights before Christmas. Despite last-minute stress, few were delivering except Walmart Express.
Stockings were hung by the fire with care, knowing in about an hour stuffers would soon be there.
On to the road, Walmart Express delivery went. Chock full of wondrous things in the St. Nick of time sent. Let's go!
Get express delivery in as fast as an hour, even on Christmas Eve. Orders must be placed by 4 p.m. local time on 12/24. Subject to availability. Fees and restrictions apply.
Express delivery to y'all and to all a good night. Welcome to your Walmart.
Did you know Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company? They're one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than just quarterback Peyton Manning, I'm also meditating Manning. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Investment Services Corporation, member FINRA, Columbus, Ohio.
Start your electric journey right here, right now. With a Volvo XC90 Recharge, our plug-in hybrid SUV with extended range. For more everyday electric journeys on a single charge, with a hybrid option for longer adventures. Contact your local retailer to book a test drive or design your own vehicle at volvocars.com/US. The Volvo XC90 Recharge Plug-in Hybrid, the electric car with a backup plan.
Welcome to the Eagles Checkdown, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast there is. Covering news, notes, and opinions on your Philadelphia Eagles right here on the Eagles Pin Pull Podcast Network. I'm your host, Phil Stifle. You can find me on all social media platforms at Beard A Knowledge. That's my tag. If I'm on the platform, that's how you find me. And I'm hosting Trending in the AM, Monday through Friday morning, 8 a.m. on the STT Sports Network. And guys, you know, after another win from the Eagles, and after that being their 10th win in a row, and after the Eagles and Jalen Hurts and company silence all the critics, my first question was going to be always, what will be the new narrative? What will be the new negative comments that are brought forth to the Eagles and Jalen Hurts? And it didn't take long this week, as on Tuesday, Dominic Foxworth, ESPN, had an interesting way to spin something negative towards Jalen Hurts. Dominic Foxworth, again, that's who this is. And I quote, Jalen Hurts is benefiting from pretty privilege. He got up on that press conference after the game and acted like he was Josh Allen. He acting like he just went for 400 yards for 3 weeks in a row. Man, you had one good week, and everyone forgets it when he starts batting his eyes at you. I'm pretty sure we've hit an all-time low on reasons to criticize and ways to criticize Jalen Hurts. Because he bats his eyes and he smiles. Because he's good-looking. That is the new low we'll stoop to try to fix our narrative or explain our narrative that Jalen Hurts is just not good. Excuse me. Excuse me there on that one. It's choking me up even bringing up the nonsense that is Dominic Foxworth. And it's funny. I had to take a sip of water there because I also got into it on social media with a Cowboys fan trying to explain to me that Jalen Hurts is just the benefactor of a very good team, of a great GM. And sure, Howie Roseman has built a great team for the Philadelphia Eagles, including drafting and signing to an extension, said Jalen Hurts. But to think that you have to throw for 400 yards 3 weeks in a row to be a great quarterback, that it doesn't matter that wins are a team effort, but the quarterback gets all the credit, or gets zero of the credit for the wins, but gets all the blame for the losses. And I say to Dominic Foxworth, and I say to the Cowboys fan, and I say to every Jalen Hurts critic out there, one simple thing. 45-16. 45-16. That is Jalen Hurts' record since the start of the 2021 season when he starts for the Philadelphia Eagles. 45-16. That does not happen by accident. That doesn't happen just because the team built around you is great. That doesn't happen because you've got a great wide receiver and a great offensive line and a great GM. That happens because the quarterback is damn good. And yes, he does not put up 400 yards passing every single week. Look, Josh Allen, I don't want this to be an anti-Josh Allen, conversation. Josh Allen's a supremely talented quarterback, extremely gifted, athletic as can be, can throw the ball, can run, can do it all. But Josh Allen has come up small in the playoffs many a times. Josh Allen gave up or helped his team score 42 points the other week, but they still lost the game. So flashy stats does not always equate to a successful team. Jalen Hurts has won 10 games in a row with the Eagles in the last 10 weeks of the NFL season. And the league is saying, well, here are all the teams that have won 5 or 6 in a row. They can't just say that this is the first Eagles team ever in the history of the franchise to win 10 games in a row and give Jalen Hurts any of the credit. In those 10 wins in a row, Jalen Hurts has accounted for 3 or more touchdowns, passing and rushing, in 6 of those 10 games. And yes, the 2 weeks ago against Carolina, it was not pretty passing-wise. Yes, the passing offense was taking a back seat to Saquon Barkley. But to say that Jalen Hurts gets a pass, first of all, because of his smile and his good looks, obviously Dominic Foxworth isn't paying attention to what the media is saying about Jalen Hurts on a daily basis, locally and nationally. Jalen Hurts is one of the biggest reasons why this Eagles team is 12-2, why this Eagles team is poised to make another Super Bowl run. Jalen Hurts is a reason why we've made the playoffs 4 years in a row and counting here. Okay, Jalen Hurts is a reason, a major factor on why this team has been to the Super Bowl a few years ago and it's on pace to do it again this year. But to use the narrative, and I'm laughing here, I'm choking and now I'm laughing, that he's good looking and he bats his eyes as your new negative is the media stooping to an all-time low. And Dominic Foxworth, I mean, I don't know what he did, what Jalen Hurts ever did to him, but, I mean, he should be embarrassed that that's the narrative that he went with this week. Like, seriously. Some other Eagles things I want to cover real quick. Saquon Barkley, touching base on him and his record pace that he was on. He has fallen behind the pace now. He's at 1,688 yards on the season. He needs 2,105 yards to break Eric Dickerson's record. That's 417 yards. He would need to average 139 a game. He's not doing that. It's going to be very tough for Saquon Barkley to break the all-time record. I mean, through 14 games, that's already 39th on the all-time list. So there's a chance that he's going to get close, but at his current pace, he's on pace to get just over 2,000 yards. I'm pretty sure he's out of the running for, MVP. He should still be the front runner for Offensive Player of the Year. But Saquon Barkley's, chances of breaking Eric Dickerson are getting slimmer now that we're getting close to the end of the season. Nolan Smith, I wanted to touch on him again today and just remind everybody how great Nolan Smith has been playing lately. He's only got 5.5 sacks on the year. But just on this past Sunday against the Pittsburgh Steelers, he played 41 of 43 snaps. He got 5 quarterback pressures. He had a sack, but he was in the backfield, and he was active all over the field. Nolan Smith is shaping himself up to be a really damn good edge rusher for the Eagles going forward, and I think it's pretty special to see, and that's why I wanted to kind of throw, a little love his way on a second show in a row. And finally, I want to make sure we throw some love towards Nick Sirianni, because Nick Sirianni deserves credit for the Eagles staying focused despite all the drama that has surrounded the team over the last week or two, but also all year long with the Jalen Hurts conversations that go around. Because just like Jalen Hurts gets zero credit for the Eagles' success, Nick Sirianni seems to get very little credit for what the Eagles are capable of doing. People calling him a clown show on a regular basis. Still to this day, Nick Sirianni. And again, while Jalen Hurts is 45-16, in games he started since 2021. Nick Sirianni's got 49 wins. He's the highest winning percentage in Eagles history at this point. There's only 2 coaches in the history of the Eagles that have had double-digit wins as many times in a row as Nick Sirianni. Him and Andy Reid, that's it. Nick Sirianni deserves the credit just like Jalen Hurts does. Tomorrow we will get into the Washington Commanders game a little bit more. We will dive into some of the stats and who Washington is now since we played them and beat them a few weeks ago. Have they changed at all? I'm already getting to beast with the Ref the District crew because Terry McLaurin's going to go off supposedly. I guess they forget how he only had 1 catch for 10 yards the last time we faced them. But guys, Dominic Foxworth, embarrassing conversation today about Jalen Hurts. It makes me choke and it makes me laugh so much because he's good looking. It's a good thing you guys can't see my face on this podcast because I don't have the good looks. I don't have the smile or the batting of the eyes to make you win me over here. But I appreciate you guys tuning in all the time, every day, to the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast there is, guys. So with that being said, this is the Eagles Checkdown right here on the Eagles Pinball Podcast Network. I am Phil Stiefel. Go Birds and Bubbles Up.
This episode is brought to you by Iams Pet Food. When you choose Iams dry dog or cat food, you can see a difference in your pet with your own eyes. Healthy energy in 5 days, healthy digestion in 10 days, and healthy skin and coat in just 25 days. Satisfaction for you and them. Guaranteed or your money back. Feed Iams dry dog or cat food and see a visible difference. Visit iams.com/difference to learn more.
Botox Cosmetic, out of botulinum toxin A, FDA approved for over 20 years. So, talk to your specialist to see if Botox Cosmetic is right for you.
For full prescribing information, including boxed warning, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
Remember to ask for Botox Cosmetic by name. To see for yourself and learn more, visit BotoxCosmetic.com. That's BotoxCosmetic.com.
This episode is brought to you by AWS. Amazon Q Business is the new generative AI assistant from AWS. Many tasks can make business slow, like wading through mud. Help! Luckily, there's a faster, easier, less messy choice. Amazon Q can securely understand your business data to help you streamline tasks, like summarizing quarterly results or doing complex analyses in no time. Q got this. Learn what Amazon Q Business can do for you at aws.com/learn more.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. We're driven by the search for better, but when it comes to hiring, the best way to search for a candidate isn't to search at all. Don't search, match with Indeed. Use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging so you can connect with candidates faster. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/SBO. Terms and conditions apply.